I wake up to a steady beeping sound, slow and sharp, like it's counting the seconds I don't remember. My eyes burn when I open them. The ceiling above me is white, too white, and the light hurts. Hey, someone whispers. Hey, you're awake. I turn my head. Emily is sitting beside my bed. Her eyes are red and swollen. Tears slide down her face and drip on my hand. She's holding it so tight it almost hurts. You scared me, she says. Her voice shakes. You scare me so bad. My head, I mumble. It feels like it's split open. She lets out a broken laugh that turns into a sob. Don't joke. Please don't joke. I'm not. I say. What happened? She wipes her face with her sleeve. You don't remember? I remember rain. I say slowly. Headlights. Someone honking. Then nothing. You were hit, she says. The car spun. They said you were lucky. Lucky. I try to sit up, but pain explodes through my chest. I groan and fall back. Don't move, Emily says quickly. Please. The doctor said you have broken ribs. How long? I ask. How long was I out? 2 days, she says. 2 whole days. I thought I lost you. I'm still here, I say. I think. She presses her forehead against my hand. I prayed so much. I beg God not to take you. I swallow. My throat feels dry. I'm sorry. Don't, she says. Don't say that. The door opens. A tall man in a white coat walks in. He looks calm, steady, like this is just another day. Good morning, he says. I'm Dr. Harris. I nod slightly. Morning. How are you feeling? He asks. Like I got run over, I say. That would make sense, he replies. You were in a serious accident. Emily stands up fast. Is he okay? Dr. Harris looks at her. He's stable. That's the important part. Stable sounds weak, I say. He gives a small smile. Stable means alive. Emily lets out a shaky breath. Thank you. Dr. Harris turns back to me. You need rest. No stress. No sudden movements. I have questions, I say. You can ask, he says. But don't expect all the answers today. Okay, I say. Am I going to walk again? Yes, he says. With time. When can I go home? Not today, he says. Maybe in a few days. Emily squeezes my hand again. I'll stay. I won't leave. You should go home and sleep, I tell her. I'm not leaving, she says. Not again. I look at her. Again. She freezes for half a second. I mean, not now. Dr. Harris clears his throat. I'll be back later. He leaves. The room feels smaller without him. Emily sits back down. She keeps crying, but softer now. I say. Talk to me. She nods, then laughs weakly. I don't even know where to start. Start anywhere, I say. She looks at my hand, not my face. I thought I was going to be alone. You weren't, I say. I was right there. You were unconscious, she says. You couldn't hear me. I hear you now, I say. She takes a deep breath. I have something to tell you. My heart starts beating faster. You're scaring me. She places her free hand on her stomach. I'm pregnant. The beeping machine seems louder suddenly. Pregnant, I repeat. She nods. Yes. When? I ask. A few weeks ago, she says. I found out right before the accident. I stare at her. You're serious? Yes, she says. I wanted to tell you. I just didn't know how. A strange feeling spreads through my chest. We're having a baby? She nods again. Yes. I laugh, then wince from the pain. That's good. She cries harder. I don't deserve this. What do you mean? I ask. I mean, she says quickly. You almost died? But I didn't, I say. I'm here. She looks at me then, really looks at me, like she's afraid I might disappear. I can't lose you, she says. You won't, I reply. She presses her face into my hand again. I love you. I love you too, I say, but something feels off. Her tears don't feel like relief. They feel heavy, like they're hiding something. I stare at the ceiling again. The beeping continues. Hey, I say softly. We'll be okay. She nods, but she doesn't answer. I close my eyes. My body hurts. My heart hurts more. As the machine keeps counting time, I make myself a promise. Once I get out of this bed, I'll protect my family better. I don't know yet that this bed is where my old life ends. I wake up slower every day now. The pain fades a little, but my thoughts get louder. Emily sits beside my bed again, scrolling on her phone, her face tight. You didn't sleep much? I say. She jumps. I was fine. You were staring at the wall. I say. I was thinking, she replies. About the baby? I ask. She nods too fast. Yes. About the baby. I smile. We should talk names soon. She stiffens. Not yet. Why not? I ask. It's early, she says. Let's wait. I let it go, but the silence feels sharp. Later, Mark walks in without knocking. Look at you, he says. Still ugly, but alive. I laugh. Good to see you too. He pulls a chair close. You scared us, man. I scare myself. I say. Emily stands. I'll get coffee. She leaves too quickly. Mark watches her go. She's been here a lot. She's my wife, I say. I know, he says. Just saying. How's work? I ask. They miss you, he says. You always took the worst shifts. I like the money, I reply. You liked making sure she didn't worry, he says. I shrug. That's my job. Mark leans closer. You ever regret it? Regret what? Working so much. I think. No. I trusted her. He nods slowly. Trust is rare. Emily returns with coffee. What are you two whispering about? Nothing, Mark says. Man stuff. She forces a smile. Good. Mark stands. I'll come back tomorrow. Don't bring flowers, I say. I hate flowers. Too bad, he replies. Get better. After he leaves, Emily sits again. He worries, she says. He always does, I reply. I close my eyes. I see flashes of our past. Emily laughing in that cheap diner where we met. Me promising her things I wasn't sure I could give. You remember our first apartment? I ask. She hesitates. Yes. You cried when the heater broke. I say. It was freezing, she says. I worked double shifts after that, I say. I didn't ask you to, she replies. I wanted to, I say. She looks away. You always wanted to fix things. I thought that was good. It was, she says too quickly. The door opens again. Lily walks in carrying a container. I brought soup. You're a hero, I say. She hugs me carefully. Don't die again. I'll try, I say. She looks at Emily. You look tired. I'm fine, Emily says. Lily sets the soup down. You should eat. Emily nods. Later, Lily pulls a chair close to me. How do you feel? Like I got hit by life, I say. She smiles softly. That tracks. Emily stands again. I'll step out. Lily watches her leave, her eyes sharp. She's stressed, I say. I know, Lily replies. She's pregnant, I add. I know, Lily says. I frown. What does that mean? It means stress, she says. And secrets. There are no secrets, I say. Lily raises an eyebrow. You sure? Yes, I answer, but my voice wavers. She opens the soup. Drink. I do. You always hated cooking. I learned, she says. People change. Emily comes back. She avoids Lily's eyes. What were you talking about? Emily asks. Soup, Lily says. Emily nods. I should go home. You don't have to, I say. I want to, she replies. Okay, I say. She kisses my forehead. Rest. When she's gone, Lily sighs. You okay? Yes, I lie. She lowers her voice. You're thinking too much. I'm just tired, I say. Promise me something, she says. What? If something feels wrong, don't ignore it. I look at her. Nothing is wrong. She nods, but she doesn't smile. That night, Emily calls. I miss you. I miss you too, I say. The room feels empty, she says. You'll get used to it, I reply. She's quiet. I hate hospitals. I'll be home soon, I say. Good, she whispers. I need you. I hang up and stare at the ceiling. The beeping machine keeps time. My body feels weak, but my mind won't rest. I replay moments. Emily turning her phone face down. Emily stepping away when I touch her belly. It's nothing, I whisper to myself. I want peace. I don't want doubt. Still, the questions won't stop forming. I tell myself love means trust. But trust, I'm learning, can break quietly. I leave the hospital in a wheelchair, even though I hate it. Emily pushes me toward the car, quiet, careful. You don't have to hover, I say. I'm not hovering, she replies. You're hovering, I say. She sighs. Almost lost you. I'm right here, I tell her. She nods, but doesn't look at me. At home, everything feels smaller. The couch, the kitchen, even our bedroom. You should rest, she says. I've been resting for weeks. I reply. Doctor's orders, she says. I watch her place her phone face down on the counter. Who keeps texting you? I ask. No one, she says too fast. Emily, I say. It's work, she snaps. I raise my hands. Okay. She picks up the phone and walks away. That night, I wake up thirsty. The bed beside me is empty. I hear a soft sound from the bathroom. Hello. I call. No answer. I walk slowly, holding the wall. The bathroom door is closed. I hear her whisper. I can't, she says quietly. I don't know what to do. I push the door open. Emily. She jumps and wipes her face. You scared me. You were crying? I say. She forces a laugh. Hormones. Hormones. I repeat. Yes, she says. Pregnancy stuff. You could have told me. I say. I didn't want to worry you, she replies. I study her face. Are you okay? Yes, she says. I promise. I want to believe her. The next day, I have a follow-up appointment. Emily sits beside me, scrolling again. Dr. Harris checks my ribs. Healing well. Good, I say. You should avoid stress, he adds. Emily nods like she's the patient. A nurse walks in, flipping through papers. So conception was around. Emily cuts in. Can we not discuss that right now? The nurse pauses. Oh, sorry. My heart starts pounding. Dr. Harris clears his throat. We'll finish up. On the way home, I stare out the window. You okay? Emily asks. Yeah, I lie. That night, I'll lie awake counting. Weeks. Dates. The accident. The hospital. The numbers don't line up. I whisper, stop. Emily turns. What? Nothing. I say. She places a hand on her stomach. The baby's kicking. That's early, I say without thinking. She stiffens. Everyone's different. Yeah, I say. You're right. The next morning, she leaves early. Doctor appointment, she says. Which doctor? I ask. She hesitates. My doctor. I nod. Drive safe. When she's gone, I sit at the table staring at the calendar. I count again. My chest tightens. That evening, she comes home late. How was the appointment? I ask. Fine, she says. What did they say? I press. She drops her bag. Why are you interrogating me? I'm not. I say. I care. She turns away. You're imagining things. Am I? I ask quietly. She spins back. Yes. I look at her. Why won't you look at me? She crosses her arms. Because you're staring. I'm trying to understand. I say. There's nothing to understand, she snaps. Silence fills the room. I love you. I say. She softens. I love you too. But it sounds rehearsed. That night, I dream of numbers chasing me. I wake up sweating. Emily, I whisper. She's already awake, staring at the wall. You didn't sleep? I say. I'm tired, she replies. So am I say. Days pass. She keeps her phone close. She flinches when I touch her belly. You okay? I ask one afternoon. Don't, she says. Don't what? Don't touch, she replies. I pull back. Sorry. She sighs. I didn't mean it like that. Then how did you mean it? I ask. She doesn't answer. That night, I sit alone on the couch. I whisper, ask her, but my mouth stays shut. I'm afraid of the answer. I'm afraid of being wrong. And I'm terrified of being right. Once doubt enters my heart, it doesn't leave. It sits there quiet, waiting. Lily comes over on a quiet afternoon. She doesn't bring soup this time. She brings questions. You look tired, she says. I'm fine, I reply. She sits across from me. You keep saying that. Because it's true, I say. She leans forward. Then why do you look scared? I'm not, I lie. She studies me. You don't lie well. I sigh. I don't want to talk about it. That's usually when you should, she says. I stare at the floor. What do you want me to say? I want you to say what you're thinking, she replies. I hesitate. I think I'm losing my mind. Why, she asks. Because nothing feels right, I say. But if I say it out loud, it becomes real. She nods. Reality doesn't disappear just because you avoid it. I rub my face. I want peace. And do you have it? She asks. No, I admit. She takes a breath. Then you need the truth. Truth hurts, I say. So does pretending, she replies. I look at her. Emily would never cheat on me. Lily doesn't argue. I didn't say she did. Then what are you saying? I ask. She speaks gently. I'm saying you deserve certainty. I shake my head. I don't want proof. You already have doubts, she says. Proof ends them. It might end more than that, I reply. She reaches for my hand. I'm on your side. I pull my hand back. I know. She pauses. Have you talked to her? No, I say. I'm scared. Of what? She asks. Of breaking everything. I answer. She nods. Some things are already cracked. That night, I bring it up. Emily, I say. She looks up from her phone. What? We should do a test, I say. Her face goes pale. What test? A prenatal test. I answer. She laughs, sharp and fast. What? To be sure, I say. Sure of what? She snaps. Of everything, I reply. She stands. That's insulting. I'm not accusing you, I say. You are, she says. You don't trust me. I'm confused, I say. She crosses her arms. I'm not doing it. Why not? I ask. Because I shouldn't have to prove myself, she says. My chest tightens. If you have nothing to hide. Stop, she yells. Just stop. I fall silent. She grabs her coat. I need air. The door slams. I sit alone, heart pounding. Her refusal feels louder than any confession. The next day, I call Dr. Harris. Can we talk? I ask. Of course, he replies. I meet him in his office. You look stressed, he says. I am. I answer. He waits. I need a test, I say quietly. He studies me. You understand what that means? Yes, I say. And you're sure? He asks. No, I reply. But I need to know. He nods. I'll arrange it. Don't tell her, I say. He hesitates. This is heavy. So, is not knowing, I reply. The waiting begins. Days stretch. Emily smiles more, like she's trying too hard. You okay? She asks one morning. Yeah, I say. She kisses my cheek. You've been quiet. I'm tired, I reply. She touches my arm. I love you. Love you too, I say. It feels fake coming out of my mouth. Every laugh sounds forced. Every touch feels wrong. I watch her sleep and wonder who she's dreaming of. Lily calls daily. Any news? She asks. Not yet, I say. Hang in there, she says. I don't know how, I reply. Then the call comes. Your results are ready, Dr. Harris says. My hands shake. Today? Yes, he replies. I drive there alone. The envelope sits on his desk. You don't have to open it now, he says. I do, I reply. I pick it up. My fingers feel numb. This will change things, he says. I know, I answer. I open it. I read it once. Then again. The words don't move. Not the father. I stare until my vision blurs. Dr. Harris speaks softly. I'm sorry. I don't answer. I feel empty. No anger. No tears. Just silence inside my chest. I fold the paper carefully. Do you need a moment? He asks. No, I say. Do you want to talk? He asks. No, I repeat. I stand and walk out. The sun feels too bright. I sit in my car and stare at the steering wheel. Blood doesn't lie. Love did. And something inside me shuts down. I wait until night to confront her. I need the quiet. I need the walls to hear it too. Emily, I say. She looks up from the couch. What's wrong? You know? I reply. She swallows. I don't. I sit across from her. Stop lying to me. Her eyes dart away. I'm not. I know the baby isn't mine, I say. She laughs, sharp and fake. That's not funny. I'm not joking, I reply. She stands. Who told you that? I know, I repeat. She shakes her head. You're tired. You're stressed. I saw the results, I say. Silence crashes between us. You went behind my back, she whispers. You went behind my life, I answer. Her face crumples. I didn't mean for this to happen. Whose baby is it? I ask. It doesn't matter, she says. It matters to me, I reply. She covers her face. Please don't make me say it. I stand. Say it. She cries harder. I was lonely. Say the name, I say. She shakes her head. I can't. Emily, I warn. Her voice breaks. Jason. The room spins. Jason, I repeat. She nods, sobbing. I'm sorry. I step back. Jason who? You know who? She says. I laugh once. My Jason. He's my co-worker, she whispers. He came to our house. I say. He ate my food. She sinks onto the couch. It just happened. It always does, I reply. You were never home, she cries. I was working, I say. For us. I felt invisible, she says. So you slept with him? I ask. She screams. It was one time. One time was enough, I reply. She reaches for me. Please. I pull away. Don't touch me. I didn't plan it, she says. You planned the lies, I answer. She shakes her head. I was scared. So was I say. She sobs. I didn't know how to tell you. You didn't, I reply. She looks up. I love you. I feel something crack. No, you don't. That's not true, she insists. Love doesn't do this, I say. She whispers, I hate myself. I hate this, I reply. She grabs my arm. Don't leave. If I stay, I say I'll break. She cries louder. Please. I look at her one last time. Was it worth it? She doesn't answer. I walk out. The night, air hits me hard. I sit in my car and grip the wheel. I remember Jason smiling. Jason calling me brother. I remember shaking his hand. Get home safe, he once told me. I laugh empty. I rest my head against the wheel. My phone buzzes. Emily's name lights up. I turn it off. I stay there all night. Loyalty, I learn, doesn't protect you. It just makes the fall hurt more. I file the papers without telling anyone. The office smells like dust and old coffee. My hands don't shake. Are you sure? The clerk asks. Yes, I say. She stamps the page. The sound is sharp. I walk outside and sit in my car. My chest feels hollow, but my breathing stays steady. Mark calls. Did you do it? I did. Do you want me there? No. Why not? Because if I see him, I won't stop. He exhales. He deserves it. So do I say. That's not justice. Mark replies. It's survival. He pauses. You're serious. I've never been more serious. You're walking away, he says. I'm walking forward. I hang up a drive. The apartment is small. One room. One window. One bed. It's quiet in a way my house never was. This is mine, I whisper. Emily calls that night. I watch the screen light up. I don't answer. She calls again. I mute the phone. A message comes through. I made a mistake. I delete it. Another message. Please talk to me. I turn the phone face down. Mark visits the next day with bags of food. You look thinner, he says. I feel clearer. You should confront Jason. No, he ruined your life. He tried, I say. Mark frowns. You're letting him win. I'm not playing. He shakes his head. This calm scares me. It's not calm, I say. It's control. You loved her. I love the idea of her. He sighs. I don't know how you're standing. I don't scream anymore, I reply. I start therapy. The therapist asks why I'm quiet. Because I've said enough lies, I tell her. I train my body every morning. My ribs ache. My muscles burn. Why so hard? The trainer asks. Because stopping hurts more. Emily keeps calling. She emails. She leaves notes with the doorman. I block everything. Mark calls again. She's losing it. I already lost it. I say. That's cold. It's necessary. You're changing. I'm surviving. One evening, I come home and see her waiting outside my building. Please, Emily says. Just 5 minutes. I can't. I made the worst mistake of my life. So did I say. What? She asks. I trusted you. She cries. I was scared. So was I. I reply. I'll fix it, she says. You can't, I answer. She grabs my arm. Don't do this. I already did, I say. She collapses onto the steps. I love you. I stop and look at her. Love doesn't destroy. I walk past her. Inside my apartment, I cook a simple meal. I eat alone. I breathe slowly. The pain is still there, but it no longer controls me. I didn't win by shouting. I won by walking away. Months pass without asking my permission. Days stack on top of each other. I keep moving. Mark calls one afternoon. You hear about Jason? No, I say. He got fired. For what? I ask. Office scandal, Mark replies. HR nightmare. I breathe out slowly. Okay. That's it, he asks. What do you want me to say? I reply. I thought you'd smile, he says. I don't feel like smiling. He ruined your marriage. Mark says. He ruined his own life? I answer. Mark is quiet. Emily's not doing well either. I figured, I say. Her parents cut her off. I'm not surprised. She moved back into a smaller place, he adds. I don't respond. You don't care? Mark asks. I care. I say. Just not enough to go backward. Mark sighs. You're different now. I had to be. I hang up and sit alone. Later, Lily visits. You look stronger, she says. I feel quieter, I reply. That's strength, she says. She pours coffee. Mom told me Emily called her. And? I ask. She cried, Lily says. A lot. I nod. She used to cry easily. Lily studies me. Do you miss her? I think. I miss who I thought she was. That's fair, she says. I train harder. I work longer. My body starts to obey me again. One night, Mark texts. Saw Jason today. I reply. Where? Downtown. I type, then delete. Did he say anything? I finally send. He asked about you. I stare at the screen. What did you say? I ask. I said you're doing fine. Mark replies. Good, I type. A week later, I run into Jason myself. The grocery store is crowded. I'm reaching for bread when I see him. He looks thinner, older. His eyes drop when he sees me. Hey, he says. I don't answer. Can we talk? He asks. I step past him. Please, he says. I stop but don't turn around. I'm messed up, he says. I stay silent. I lost everything, he adds. I pick up the bread. She left me, he continues. I walk toward the register. You don't have to forgive me, he says. Just listen. I pay and leave. Outside, my hands are steady. At home, I sit on the floor. I feel nothing. Emily emails me that night from a new address. I deserve this, she writes. I know that now. I don't reply. Another email comes. I think about you every day. I block the address. Weeks pass. Mark brings beer. You're really not enjoying this, he says. I don't enjoy pain, I reply. Even when it's not yours. Especially then, I say. He studies me. You won. I survived, I answer. That's the same thing, he says. No, I reply. Winning needs an enemy. And you don't have one. I let them go. He laughs. That's dangerous. It's peaceful. Lily calls. I'm proud of you. For what? I ask. For not becoming bitter, she says. I was close, I admit. But you didn't, she replies. One afternoon, I get a letter forwarded from my old address. I don't open it. I tear it up. At work, my boss says, you've changed. In a good way? I ask. In a focused way, he replies. I nod. I had to. That night, I dream of silence. No shouting. No crying. No lies. Just quiet. Jason's name fades from conversations. Emily's name fades too. Life keeps moving. I don't chase closure. Karma didn't ask me what I wanted. It showed up anyway. And for the first time, I let it pass without watching. I open the hospital in a wheelchair and see a even though I hate envelope with Emily pushes me toward the car. No stamp, quiet, no handwriting I recognize. You don't have to hover. My heart beats faster. I'm not hovering. I mutter. She replies. I tear it open. You're hovering. Inside is a single sheet of paper. She sighs. Folded neatly. Almost lost you. I unfold it I'm right slowly. Here. I cry every night. She nods, hit harder than I expected. At home, I sit down on the everything stoop. Feels small. Losing you is my punishment. The kitchen. I whisper, yeah. Even our bedroom. I can see that. You should rest. I don't want reconciliation. I've been resting for weeks. I stare at the paper. My doctor's orders, she says. Forgiveness. I watch her place her phone face down. Is that even mine to give? Who keeps texting? I read on. I know I betrayed your trust. She says destroyed your life. Emily, and I deserve to feel this pain. It's work, she snaps. Every day. I raise my asking you to take me back. Okay. I only ask you to let go of hate. She picks up the phone and walks away. Even if it's just a little. I wake up thirsty. I fold the letter slowly. The bed beside me. I don't feel rage. Empty. I don't hear a soft sound from the bathroom. I feel something different. I hear Mark's voice in my head. I walk every ending needs shouting. Holding the wall. I whisper. The bathroom door. Not every ending, yes. I hear her whisper. I keep the letter closed. I can't. She read it quietly. I see your strength. I don't know what to do. I see that you survived without me. Emily, I hate that it took me losing you to see it. You scared me. I exhale. You were crying. Yeah, but at what cost? I say. I wish I could undo it. I wish I could turn back time. Hormones. I laugh bitterly. I repeat. You can't. Yes, and you know it. All I can do is live with it. You could have told me. The same way you have to live without. I didn't want to worry you. I fold the letter carefully. I study her in my pocket. Are you okay? I don't reply. I don't even
Yes,
call,
she says.
Mark calls later.
I promise.
You got mail. I want to believe
Yes,
her.
I say.
The next day,
From her.
I have a follow-up
What does it
appointment.
say?
Emily
Nothing I
sits
didn't already
beside
know.
me,
I
scrolling
reply.
again. You don't
Dr.
sound angry.
Harris
Checks
he
my
says.
ribs. Not anymore.
Feeling well.
I say.
Good, I say.
Not angry.
You should avoid
That's
stress.
unexpected.
he adds.
I don't
Emily
hate her. I
nods
admit.
like she's the
Really?
patient.
He asks.
A nurse walks
Yes,
in,
I say.
flipping through papers.
I expected anger.
So conception
I
was
expected
around.
revenge. Emily
But it's just
cuts in.
quiet.
Can we not
He
discuss
laughs
that right
softly.
now?
Quiet
The
can
nurse
be
pauses.
stronger than rage.
Oh, sorry.
I agree.
My
It's
heart starts
strange.
pounding.
Dr.
Surprising.
Harris
And it
clears his
feels
throat.
heavy, but not
We'll finish
crushing.
up. Are
On
you
the way
going to forgive
home,
her?
I
He
stare out
asks.
the window. I don't know.
You
I
okay?
say. Emily
Not yet.
asks. Maybe never.
Yeah, I'll lie.
But I don't
That
hate
night,
her.
I'll lie
That's
awake
enough for
counting.
now. He
Weeks,
is silent for a moment.
dates.
You're
The
evolving.
accident.
Maybe.
The hospital.
I say.
The numbers don't
Or maybe
line
I'm
up.
just tired.
I whisper, stop.
The next day,
Emily
I
turns.
reread the letter.
What?
I speak
Nothing.
the words aloud.
I say.
I cry every night.
She places a hand
Losing
on her
you
stomach.
is my punishment.
The baby's kicking.
Yeah, I get it. I'm
That's
muttering.
early.
I don't want
I say without
reconciliation.
thinking.
I only
She
ask for
stiffens.
forgiveness. Everyone's
I
different.
sigh.
Yeah,
That's
I
fair.
say. I see
You're
your
right.
strength. The next
I see
morning
that you
she
survived
leaves
without
early.
me.
Doctor
You could see it.
appointment.
I
She
whisper.
says.
Finally.
Which doctor?
Too late.
I ask.
Like everything
She
else.
hesitates. All I can
My
do is
doctor.
live with it.
I nod.
The same way you
Drive
have to
safe.
live without
When
me.
she's gone,
I fold it
I sit at the
neatly
table
and put it
staring
back
at
in my
the
pocket.
calendar.
The
I count
words
again.
linger. My
I
chest
feel a
tightens.
strange lightness.
That evening, not
She
happiness.
comes home late.
Not
How was
relief.
the appointment?
Just
I ask.
acknowledgement.
Fine.
Later,
She
I
says.
tell Lily about it.
What did they say?
She wrote.
I press.
She asks.
She drops her
Yes,
bag.
I say.
Why are you
A
interrogating
letter.
me?
What does it say?
I'm not.
Everything
I
I
say.
expected and
I care.
everything I didn't.
She turns away.
I reply.
You're imagining
Are you going to respond?
things.
No,
Am I?
I say.
I ask
I don't want
quietly.
to. Good,
She
she
spins
says.
back.
You don't owe her
Yes.
anything.
I look
I
at
know.
her.
I say.
Why won't you look at me?
But reading
She
it
crosses her
it
arms.
felt like closure
Because you're
she
staring.
asks. I'm trying to
Sort of I
understand.
say.
But
I
not the
say.
closure she wants.
There's nothing to understand.
Mine.
She
She
snaps.
nods. I get it.
Silence fills the
That
room.
evening,
I love
sit
you.
by the window.
I say.
The letter on
She
the table in
softens.
front of me.
I love you
I stare
too.
at the street below.
But it sounds rehearsed.
I think about Emily.
That night,
about Jason.
I dream of numbers
about
chasing
every
me.
lie and
I wake up
every
sweating.
betrayal.
Emily, the sun
I
sets
whisper.
slowly.
She's already
I read
awake,
the words again,
staring at the
softly.
wall.
I
You
cry
didn't
every
sleep?
night.
I
Losing
say,
you is my
I'm
punishment.
tired.
She
I
replies.
don't want reconciliation.
So am I.
I just want
I say,
forgiveness.
Days
I
pass.
fold the letter one
She keeps her
last
phone
time.
close.
I place it inside
She
a drawer.
flinches when I touch
Not
her
hidden,
belly.
just stored.
You okay?
I don't feel
I
the
ask
urge
one
to
afternoon.
destroy it.
Don't, she
I don't
says.
feel the urge to
Don't
burn
what?
it.
Don't
I just
touch.
feel ready. She replies.
Mark calls again.
I pull back.
You okay? Sorry.
Yes,
She
she
sighs.
For the
I
first
didn't
time
mean
in a
it like
long
that.
time, yes.
Then how did you mean it?
You're
I
peaceful?
ask.
He
She doesn't
asks.
answer.
I think
That
I
night,
am. I sit alone
I
on the
reply.
couch. That's
I
good,
whisper.
he says. Ask her.
It is I say.
But my mouth stays
I lean
shut.
back in my chair.
I'm afraid of the
The
answer.
room is quiet.
I'm afraid of being
My hands
wrong.
are still.
And I'm
My
terrified
heart
of
is
being
still.
right. I don't
Once
forgive
doubt
her yet,
enters my heart,
but I no
it
longer
doesn't
hate her.
leave.
And that,
It sits
I
there
realize,
quiet,
feels
waiting.
heavier than the betrayal ever did. I fold my hands on the table. I close my eyes. I survived. I didn't yell. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. And for the first time, that survival feels like victory. Not over her. Not over Jason. Not over anyone. Over myself. I breathe. Slowly. Deeply. I'm still here. And that's enough. I put the letter back in the drawer and walk away. The quiet fills me. And it is mine. No one can take it. I don't know what tomorrow brings. I only know I can face it. The letter taught me that. And I carry it quietly, like armor. Not forgiveness. Not love. Just peace. And for now, that's everything. I get the news from Lily. She went into labor, she says quietly. I pause. When? Yesterday. Early morning. I feel a weight in my chest. Not anger. Not regret. Just heaviness. Jason? I ask. He never showed. Lily replies. I close my eyes. Of course he didn't. Are you okay? She asks. I think I am. I say. Really? She presses. Yes, I repeat. For the first time, we sit in silence for a while. The news doesn't hurt like I thought it would. What was it like? I ask. Lily shakes her head. She was scared. Alone. But she managed. She did. I say. Yes, she says. And the baby is fine. I nod slowly. Good. That's good. Are you going to see her? Lily asks. I don't think so. I answer. Not now. You're sure? She asks. I am. I say. I need distance. She studies me. You've changed. I've had to, I reply. Not everyone can, she says. I nod. I couldn't have before. I was too close to the pain. Now, she asks. Now I can breathe. I say. Now I can survive without it controlling me. Lily smiles softly. That's all anyone can ask for. I glance out the window. The sky is clear. The city hums below. I feel steady. What about Emily? I ask quietly. She's recovering, Lily says. Exhausted. The baby's healthy. That's what matters. Yeah, I say. That's what matters. You don't feel like, oh no, hating her, she asks. I shake my head. No, I used to. I wanted to. But it's not worth it anymore. You really mean it? She asks. Yes, I say. For the first time, I really mean it. Lily reaches out and touches my hand. I'm proud of you. Thanks, I say. We sit together quiet. I don't need to talk. I don't need to explain. The silence is enough. I think about Emily, about Jason, about everything that happened. I think about the betrayal, the lies, the pain, and I realize none of it defines me anymore. I've survived. I've learned. I've let go. The baby exists. Jason didn't care enough to be there. Emily is living with her choices. And I'm still standing. I stand too. I stretch. My muscles ache from weeks of tension, from carrying anger I didn't need to. I need to go home, I say. Lily nods. I know. I want to sit in my apartment, I say. Quietly. By myself. Just be. That sounds right, she says. I leave. The streets are calm. I walk slowly, taking it all in. The world hasn't stopped. People move around me. Cars honk. Conversations drift past. And I feel nothing but peace. I reach my apartment. The door clicks closed behind me. I sit on the couch, hands folded in my lap. No letter. No phone calls. No expectations. Just quiet. I breathe deeply, slowly, deliberately. The heaviness in my chest isn't grief. It's acceptance. I think about the life I could have had, the betrayal, the anger I carried. I release it, all of it. The pain doesn't vanish, but it changes shape. It fuels me now, not destroys me. I look at the wall. The room is dim, safe. I whisper to myself, I'm okay. And for the first time, I truly feel it. The weight lifts slightly. Not completely, but enough to notice the difference. I hear my own heartbeat. Steady. Strong. Mine. I smile softly. Not a triumphant smile. Not a bitter one. Just calm. Mark calls later. How's my favorite survivor? I laugh quietly. I think I finally am. You mean it? Yes, I say. I finally mean it. You've grown, he says. Maybe, I reply. Or maybe I just stopped clinging to what wasn't mine. That's maturity, he says. I guess it is, I say. I hang up and sit in silence again. The apartment is mine. Quiet. Still. Safe. The phone buzzes. Emily's name appears on the screen. I look at it. I don't answer. I don't even block it. I don't need to. I don't need anything from her anymore. I take a deep breath. I close my eyes. I whisper again, I'm okay. This time, I mean it with every fiber of me. I'm finally free from the anger, the grief, the betrayal. I'm standing on my own. The baby exists. Jason exists. Emily exists. And I exist too. Stronger. Quieter. Alive. I lean back, letting the tension leave my body. I watch the night sky outside my window. Stars flicker in silence. Not every ending needs revenge. Some endings just need distance. Some endings just need me. And tonight I have that. For the first time in years, I feel it. The world continues outside. Life moves forward. And I'm standing still. Finally okay. Finally me. Finally free. I wake up early, before the city stirs. The apartment is quiet. Too quiet sometimes, but I've grown used to it. I walk to the bathroom and look in the mirror. The man staring back isn't the same one who left the hospital a year ago. His eyes are sharper, his jaw tighter, his posture more solid. Who are you? I whisper. I touch my face. The faint scars from my accident are there. My body has healed. My mind has changed. I used to wake up and think about Emily, about Jason, about the baby, about every lie, every betrayal. Now, I think about me. Mark calls from the other room. Morning, survivor. I survived, I reply. You sound different, he says. I am, I say. He leans against the doorframe. You look different too. I've rebuilt, I reply. Bit by bit. He studies me. It's like you finally own yourself. I do, I say. No one else can take it. I remember the hospital bed, the machines, her tears. Emily crying at my side, holding my hand. I shiver. They weren't tears of love. They were fear. Fear of being exposed. I touch the mirror again. And I survived that. You're still thinking about her? Mark asks. Sometimes, I admit, but not in a way I used to. Not with anger. Not with regret. Just clarity. That's a new feeling for you, he says. Freedom, I say. It's freedom. I run my hands through my hair. I didn't need revenge. I didn't need to make anyone pay. Then what did you need? He asks. To rebuild myself? I say. Mark nods. And you did. I worked on my body, I say. I trained. I ran. I pushed until I could feel control again. And your mind? He asks. I smile faintly. I train that too. Therapy. Journaling. Talking with Lily. Letting go. Slowly. Relentlessly. Every day. I don't think I've ever seen you this calm, Mark says. I've learned. I reply. Calm isn't weakness. Calm is strength. He leans closer. Do you ever miss the old life? Sometimes, I say. But I don't want it back. Not the trust. Not the betrayal. Not the lies. Mark nods slowly. You've changed. Yes, I say. And it feels right. I look out the window. The city moves below. Cars, people, conversations. Life goes on. And me? Mark asks. Where do you fit in now? I grin. I fit in nowhere but myself. And that's enough. He laughs softly. That's a hard lesson to learn. I know, I reply. But I had to learn it. I check the apartment. Everything is mine. My space. My rules. My quiet. I don't need anyone to validate me. I don't need Emily. I don't need Jason. I only need me. The phone buzzes. A new message. I glance. It's from Emily. I don't open it. I don't block her. I don't care. Let it go. I murmur to myself. Mark sits on the couch. You look peaceful. I am, I say. For the first time in years. He studies me. Even after everything. Especially because of everything. I reply. I think about the letter she sent. I read it months ago and didn't respond. That letter changed nothing externally, but it shifted something inside me. I don't hate her. I whisper. I just let her be her. And I'm finally me. Mark shakes his head. You've turned pain into something extraordinary. I survive, I say. And survival became my justice. I walk to the kitchen and make coffee. Steam rises from the cup. The smell is comforting. Do you ever think about the baby? Mark asks. Yes, I say. But it doesn't hurt anymore. It's just life. Another story separate from mine. That's mature, he says. I learned. I reply. Love doesn't justify betrayal. Trust doesn't excuse lies. Survival doesn't need vengeance. I sip the coffee. The taste is bitter but grounding. I look in the mirror, I say, and I don't recognize the man who almost broke. You've grown, Mark says. I've rebuilt, I correct. And that's enough? He asks. It's more than enough, I say. I stare at my reflection again. The lines on my face, the faint scars, the hardened eyes. I nod to myself. I'm stronger. I'm calmer. I'm not afraid of being alone. Mark smiles. And you're right to be proud. I am, I say, proud of surviving. Proud of letting go. Proud of facing truth without shattering. The apartment is quiet. My heartbeat fills the silence. Steady. Strong. Mine. I used to wake up terrified, I whisper. Terrified of lies. Terrified of loss. Terrified of being weak. And now? Mark asks. Now I wake up ready. I reply. Ready for life. Ready for peace. Ready for me. I move to the window and open it. The air is crisp. Fresh. Promising. Mark watches me. Do you feel free? I do, I say. Completely. The sun rises higher. The city hums below. People rush, talk, live. I breathe it all in. I survive betrayal. I whisper. I survive lies. I survive truth. I survive loss. And now? Mark asks. And now? I say I live. I walk back to the mirror. I stare at myself again. I don't flinch. I don't flinch at the scars, the memories, or the pain. I survived, I repeat. Mark nods. You did. I place my hand on the glass. I survived everything. And that survival, it's my victory. No one can take it from you, he says. I know, I reply. I smile faintly. Not a triumphant smile. Not bitter. Just calm. I'm finally okay. I whisper. Mark stands. You earned that. I did, I say. I sit on the couch. My hands folded. My coffee steaming beside me. The apartment is quiet. My mind is quiet. My heart is quiet. For the first time in years, I feel whole. I survived, and that is enough. I close my eyes. I breathe. I let the quiet fill me. I let myself fill me. I survived, not by destroying anyone, not by screaming, not by seeking revenge, but by rebuilding, by living, by being, by surviving. Mark leaves me alone then. Don't disappear again, he says. I won't, I say. And I mean it. I stare at the mirror one last time. The man looking back at me is mine. Strong, calm, ready, free. I survived, and that is justice. I sit in the quiet apartment, the sun warm on my skin, the city alive outside. And I am finally at peace. I survived. I am enough. I exist. I am here. And that is everything.